As we last left off, we had our cat, and he moved around, and when we hit the spacebar, he jumped. And one thing was, though, if we hit the spacebar a lot, we could have him keep jumping, basically. He can like double jump. And we don't want him to do that. So the first thing we're going to do today is we're going to fix it so that he can't double jump. So let's hit stop. Let's go ahead and fix that. So the first thing we're going to need, because we want to check to see if he's jumping, and then not let him jump anymore if he's jumping, we want him to touch the ground first. So the first thing we're going to have to do that is add a variable for jumping. So I'm going to make a variable. I'm going to call it jumping. All right, now I got my jumping variable, and I want to be able to set that to false, and I'm going to do it in our main script right here. So I'm going to set jumping to, and I'm actually going to type false here, F-A-L-S-E, because we're going to use true and false to say yes, you can jump, or no, you can't jump. All right, and then I'm going to go to like this script down here, say is when the space bar is pressed. This is where we jump, and we are going to put an if-then statement in there. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go to control. I'm going to go to if-then. Oops, don't want it there. And let's see, let's just leave that guy off to the side for a minute. And I want to use equal. So I'm going to go to operators. I'm going to find the equal one. And I'm going to say variables jumping. So if jumping is equal to false, then go ahead and let him jump. So I'm going to set his velocity, and then I want to set jumping to true. So let's see, set jumping to true, which means that if you're jumping, if you're jumping and this is set to true, you can't keep jumping. All right, so let's go ahead and see if this fixes our problem. Let's hit play, and we'll jump, and we'll jump. Cat will jump only once. To make him jump when he is touching the platform, add a set jumping to false in the else section of the move vertical block. So here's our move vertical block, and we're going to set jumping to the else section. So right underneath here. It's got to be right here, and we're going to set jumping to false. And now let's try it and see what happens. Jump. Try to hit the up arrow. I should probably change that key. So now you can see he jumps more than one time, and that's what we want. Perfect. The one other thing we're going to fix today is we want our cat, if he runs into the platform like right here, we want him to be pushed back a little bit. And if he runs into this platform like this, we want him to get pushed back a little bit. We don't want him to like kind of be hanging here or stuck here. So in order to do that, we're going to add another block and call it move horizontal. So we're going to create our own block. So let's do that. So my blocks, make a block. This is going to be called move horizontal. Move horizontal, and I'm going to remember to click this run without screen refresh and hit OK. So now we have this move horizontal block. Let's move over a little bit so we can see better. And you can see we have move horizontal over here as well. So we're going to add that down into here right away. Okay, move horizontal, just so we make sure that gets done, and then we'll go back to the script. So in order to do this, as I just explained earlier, when he touches the sides of these things, we want him to get pushed back a little bit. And in order to check that, we're pretty much just going to copy this, or pretty close to this, this series of blocks. So I'm just going to duplicate this and stick it underneath here. Obviously, we have to make some changes though. Okay, so I'm pretty much going to copy this, and as you can see, I changed this to x velocity. Now I need to change these two to x. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to change x and instead of going by 10, we're going to go -2 because we want them to back up a little bit from that edge. And we're going to do the same thing here. Change X, get rid of this one, and change this by +2. Because remember, if we want them to back up this way, it's negative. If we want them to back up this way, it's positive. All right. We don't need the set jumping to false, and we need to change this to X velocity. You can see he just did some crazy movement there. So let's see if this fixed what we want to fix with this guy. So we're going to go ahead and hit play, and I'm going to try and run into here and see if it pushes me off a little bit. Let's see. Maybe should move this platform up just a titch. Okay, so you see it kind of pushed me back a little bit, and then it brought me, because of my other script, it brought me up on top of the platform. So it doesn't look like I can hang as much on the side, which is what I was trying to go for. So I'm either going to be on top or I'm going to fall down if I miss the jump. That's what I want. Okay, perfect. That looks like it's working great. All right, that's all we have to do today. Thanks, guys.